Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jemima. So this is the part 2 of the series, my motivation and how I stay motivated in medical school. Please, if you've not seen the part 1 of this video, go and see it. I'll put the link up for you. In that part 1, I talked about my motivation, but in this part 2, I'm going to talk about tips on how to stay motivated in medical school, how I did it and how you can do it as well. Another motivation, very strong motivation, is my dad. If you don't live in a Nigerian home, you would never understand what it means for your parents, to your dad in particular, to train you through a first degree. You go for NYSC and come back, and you still tell them you want to do a second degree for them to train you again. No matter what my dad does to me, no matter what happens in this life, I will always be indebted to him for training me through a second degree. That is in fact, this is one of my strongest motivation. My dad, if somebody remember how much that my dad is spending on my school fees every year, and not just school fees, school charges and all this tiny seminar presentation and this. If somebody think about it, it makes me to sit down and read again. And the way my dad celebrates me when I come back with good results, oh my God, that smile that he usually show on his face, the happiness in his heart, that the way I don't even know how to explain it, like that pride in my parents' eyes, that pride in my dad in particular, the way he dances when I come back with good results, the way he hails me, Kai, that feeling is something else. Each time I think about my dad, it makes me to sit down and read over and over again. I love you, Dad. Another thing that gives me motivation is me. I know what I want for my life. I know where I want to be in life in so many years to come. Another thing is that I usually make my plans. I know this is what I need to do to be able to achieve this goal. This is what, and I know as a medical student, for me to be a medical doctor, I need to study. I need to attend my classes. I need to go for ward rounds. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do that. So those are things that I know I need to attend practicals, and not just attend. I need to be involved in the practicals. I need to know these things. So each time I remember where I'm going to, each time I remember what I intend to achieve in life, it's a strong motivation. Where I am going to be in so years time, I want to be able to look back and be proud of myself that I did this because of so effort I put in. It's a very, very strong motivation. Another thing, I'm still going to go back to my dad again, my motivation. My dad is a no-nonsense man. Like, you cannot be my father's child and you bring in nonsense results and he's paying your school fees. The mouth, like, we've passed that age that he will beat us, so my dad can't beat us again. We've passed that age. My youngest brother is 22 years and above, so we've passed that age. But the point is, the mouth that my dad will give you, that you bring bad results to the house, you will just open grave and bury yourself. That house will be too hot for you to stay. You will not be like, you will not be able to eat and keep plate. You will not be able to drink water and keep cup. You will not be able to walk freely in the house. You will feel like as if you're an intruder in that house if you come back with bad results. So that is how my dad is. So each time I think about the way he treated me, especially when I failed my JAMB, not failed per se, when I couldn't get up to the 300 he wanted me to get in JAMB, I know how I felt, and I don't want to go back to that feeling at all. So that is another very strong motivation. So now I've told you about my own motivation. Ask yourself, just take up a book, a pen, paper. Try to list things that are your motivation. Try to think, what are these things that should motivate me to study? What is it? Try to pick out your motivation. That's the number one tip I'm going to give to you. Try to think about your motivation. Pen them down, write them down, imagine, visualize what your motivation is. Then after penning them down, another tip I'm going to give to you is think about your distractions. Now write your distractions by the side. I know my own distraction is phone. I love playing games. I can sit down and play game from morning till night, and from that night again till the next morning. I love playing video games. Another of my distraction I know is social media. I can sleep on social media from morning to night, from night to morning. So think about whatever your distraction is. Think about it. Is it sleep? For me, sleep is not my distraction. I can stay morning to night, night to morning without sleeping. As far as whatever I'm doing, I have interest in it. So think about what your own distraction is, and now you know your distraction. Now think about what you can do to counter those distractions. For me, I know my own distraction is social media, so I turn off my social media. Not necessarily turning off my data, but like turn off. I don't know, there's this feature that iPhone has that you can make your WhatsApp not be able to use your data. Like your WhatsApp cannot use your data, even though your data is on. Your WhatsApp cannot use your data. Your Facebook, your Instagram, or your YouTube, or whatever it is that is your distraction, it cannot use your data. So in that way, I can study and be browsing, but I will not be able to receive any messages. I won't be able to send any messages on social media either. This is the third list I've told you to write. The first one, your motivation. Second one, your distraction. Then the third one, what are the things that you can do to counter those distractions? Like for me, my games, I just keep it in my mind that this period I can't play game. So just think about whatever it is that you can do to study. Another thing I usually do is to reward myself. So there's this feeling I have that, I'm going to study for 30 minutes, and I know after this 30 minutes I know I'm going to be able to play my game. Oh my god, like that reward system. Look for whatever it is that you can use to reward yourself. For me, I know that if I can study for 30 minutes, I'll be able to go back to social media, or if I can study for 30 minutes, I'll be able to go back to my game. That feeling, it gives my brain that mindset that you will be rewarded if you can just study. So even though my motivation may be low, even though my zeal may be low, when I restrict myself, like I can be so strict with myself, like I developed a relationship with myself that I can discipline myself visibly. So when I discipline myself in a way that I will tell myself, see Jemima, you're not touching this game, or Jemima, you're not doing this. I speak to myself a lot. So I don't know how it's going to work for you, but I can only tell you what I do for myself. So if it's something that can work for you, please just do it. You need to learn to be able to discipline yourself without depending on anybody, any external force. For me, that's why you've not heard me mention so person. There is nobody that is helping me to discipline myself. It's a decision that I've made on my own. So you need to actually make that decision yourself. Okay, and my DM is always open. You can always send me a message on Instagram. You can always comment on YouTube or you can always send me an email if you are lacking motivation, or if you need someone to just talk to. Please, I am going to be so happy to see your messages and your comments as well. So these are the things that I do to stay motivated in medical school. If there's anything that I've forgotten while editing this video, I will certainly add it. I remain your girl Jemima. Bye.